What is up, everybody? It is Mike from GFO Drone and Tech Guy, and got a pretty awesome show planned for tonight. Got some people that said they're going to stop by later on, so we'll get on with that. Have some fun, talk to some people. Let me pull up the chat real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I don't know why it's not coming up. There we go. Alrighty. And I don't know why it's not coming up. There we go. Had to turn the sound down. All right, we are ready to roll, y'all. How is everyone doing tonight? Just got done talking to Art and the boys over on Artco Drone Solutions. Thank you for having me over there, Art. So glad everyone had a good chat with everybody. Glad to see that Ron is feeling a lot better, thankfully. Glad to have him back in action and not down with the COVID anymore. Wanted to let you guys know we are going to be making a couple changes to the channel. Probably not going to be doing just drone videos anymore. We're going to be doing some other stuff. Going to be doing more of a vlog type thing probably coming up because I'm going to be helping out a couple other channels with some filming and some video work and stuff like that. So that's going to be taking up some of my time. So the time that I would be shooting for me, I'm going to be shooting for some other channels as well. So we going to be making some changes to the channel a little bit. Nothing drastic. Still going to be having the Saturday Night Live catch ups. Still going to be doing the still going to be doing drone videos from time to time, just not as many as I used to do. But like I said, I will be helping some other guys do some filming. And one of the channels I'm going to be helping film for is Bucket Mouth TV. Guy does some fishing. I know a lot of you guys love hunting and fishing and all that stuff. So, go check him out. He's got a couple videos up already. I think he's got about 4 or 5 videos up. But what is up? Place it here. Hope you're having a good night. What's up, Dakota? It's one of my daughters. She's watching. How are you doing tonight? So yeah, we're going to be doing some different stuff. I went out and shot some test shots the other day for Bucket Mouth TV. Shots turned out really cool. I'll probably end up having to share one of the shots because I caught something really cool. I don't know if I have it on this computer. Let me look. I think I do. If so, I will pull it up and get it set up. And I'll probably, okay. I don't know why it's telling me that it can't play that file, which is really odd. I don't know why it's not letting me play this. Let me see if I can pull it up this way. Yeah, this is totally odd that it's not letting me play some of these shots. That's not it. Open with. See if it'll let me use this media player to do this. Because the thing I was trying to, what's up, Steve Mack? How are you doing, sir? Trying to pull up a shot real quick here from something I was filming the other day. And man, none of this is working. What is going on? Let's see if this one did it. Yeah, this might be the actual video I was looking for. Yep, there it is. And we will pause that while it's queued up. And I can share this with you guys. All right, let's go back into here. Let me share my screen. Share. All right, guys. So this is a shot that I was totally not expecting to catch, but I caught, and I was totally impressed by this. I was shooting in 94 frames a second, 1080, and here's what I ended up catching. If you'll see, starting at the bottom right corner of the screen, flying across, pause it right there. That is actually a hummingbird I caught, y'all. Totally wasn't expecting that. That was totally accident. I was trying to catch water and ripples for to line up for this shot of the guy fishing, and totally unexpected. Caught a hummingbird, so I was pretty cool with that. This is another one of the shots. I shot this one in like a slow motion and then sped it up. And once again, this is for the new stuff I'm doing for Bucket Mount TV, one of my buddies. So it's going to be pretty fun, pretty cool. Something a little different than I'm used to shooting, but it came out good. So I was really happy with it. But that's pretty much most of the drone stuff I've been shooting lately. Was for him, for his channel. Most of the camera work I've been doing lately is for him and his channel. So we've been having fun with that. So I'm going to stop the screen. I know Mr. Smiles is going to be hopping on in a little bit to come talk to us. Have some fun talking to him. Good to catch up with him. He did some flying today with the, what is it, Georgia drone pilots group. Most of those guys are based out of Atlanta and that area. So flying with them guys, they went out and had a flight today around a lake. Saw some pictures from it earlier. Saw some stuff that Smalls had posted in there. Him setting up his gear and his drones, and so he brought out all the cool toys as usual. So it was cool to see some of the stuff he was playing with today. I think he said he didn't get to fly as much as he wanted to, but he did get to do some flying, which is awesome. So how's everyone else doing? How's everyone else's week been going? Hope everyone's been having a good week. I know I haven't seen some of the usual people we have in here yet. Maybe they'll come on in the next few minutes, and we can get this going. But that's pretty much been everything new with me so far. Like I said, working and editing on his stuff. Haven't been editing mine much lately. Haven't really flown much lately, simply because of how cold it's been here too. For Georgia, it's been down in the 30s at night. It's been a little warmer during the day, but we've also been getting a lot of rain, a lot of storms. Um, some really bad storms came through the other night. So the weather here has just been kind of hit and miss for flying and shooting video. So haven't had a whole lot of a chance to do much of that. But hopefully within the next couple weeks the weather will get a little better, no more rain, and we can proceed with getting some new videos out. But until then, we're going to keep doing our live streams, do some promoting of different channels occasionally, all the good stuff we like to do, helping out the community, which I love doing. So let me see if I have any other footage that we shot that I can share with you guys. It turned out pretty cool. So you can see some of the stuff I've been working on. Let's see. All right. We can play a little bit of this. Hold on a second. Let me answer this message back real quick. All right. Let me shrink this down. Minimize this. And go to share. And that's not what I want to share. All right. Share screen again. Pull this up. And oh man, I did this wrong. My bad. Let me back out of here real quick, y'all, and redo this because I was going to share some audio with this. There we go. All right. Now, y'all can see my messy desktop. No, that's not it either. Here we go. What's up, Jackson RC Aviation? How you doing?
What's going on, you guys?
So this is some footage I was shooting for Bucket Mouth TV too, and I'm loving this DSLR camera
on some fish,
and the audio and stuff we're picking up from it using the wireless mics.
And let's see what we can make happen.
Coming out really nice.
I'm fishing with the Phoenix Maxim.
So
with the favorite Soleus.
And if you guys got any tips for me on how to shoot this a little bit better or do some different stuff with this, I'm always open to that too.
Just any type of action.
So this was just some test clips we shot and pieced together just for him to show him kind of what the cameras were capable of. But I was liking it because it came out so nice and clear and great audio with it. Then, of course, we incorporated some drone shots with it as well, as always.
There's one right there. Let's see if I can swim it past them. I'm fishing with a Guggen, flipping jig. With a crawdad trailer. Yeah, he's not even worried about it.
And like I said, as always, we throw some drone shots in there. I'm gonna have to redub some audio over top some of the drone shots. Um, gonna be playing with some new stuff. Filmora did update, so the new Filmora is now Filmora X. So I'm gonna be playing with that. Hopefully, we'll get see what kind of new little stuff they offered me with the update. So hopefully, we'll be able to do some new cool features and stuff with the new edition of Filmora. So I just got to do some exploring and see what all it's capable of and see what they added to it. But as you guys know, kind of on my channel, some of these
There's a little
some of these are
bad.
just kind of like a free for all, and we kind of include a little bit of everything on here, not just drones. But we'll go back to the stream here, and that was kind of a sneak peek of what we're working on, and can't wait to get some actual episodes done up and dropped up and get them on, and we'll share some shots that we're shooting on them, and probably do some more editing videos of what we're doing with the editing with them as well. So a lot of people seem to like the Filmora tutorials that I've been doing, and we're going to work on some of them lately while the weather's kind of crappier and it's a little harder to fly at the moment. But by the way, Jackson RC Aviation, I was checking out your channel earlier, man. You got some pretty cool RC planes up there, man. I'm gonna have to go check out some more of it. That one you had that was one of the older military planes. That thing looked pretty sweet. So, but trying to think what else is new. Oh, one thing I can touch on, because I do tech stuff as well. One thing I can tell you guys is don't the new Samsung Notes, do not try to fix them yourself. As you can see, the top of my screen is all messed up. Went and got a special tool and repair kit to try to fix it, and it ended up destroying part of the screen. So the new Note 8s, the glass is glued onto the actual phone LCD panel itself, and unless you can freeze it and bust up that glue, I wouldn't even try to. I wouldn't even recommend trying it. So, but I know some of the guys said they should be coming in shortly, so hopefully we'll get them. What's up, Jim's Droning? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. I know when I talked to Smalls earlier, he was over there making me hungry, telling me how he was cooking chicken and waffles. So between Art's show earlier talking about Philly cheesesteaks and White House subs, and Smalls sitting there telling me how he's making chicken and waffles. Yeah, I might have to go raid the refrigerator later. So that's good, Jim. We've been touching on a couple things. Showed a video of a hummingbird I caught earlier. And I don't know if anybody else has had this, and I just realized this at when I was filming. It's the first time I've ever played around with filming 94 frames a second with my drone. And with filming that, when I went to go play back on my video, everything was almost in like slow motion. I don't know if any of y'all have played around with that before, but it was kind of weird. Not something that I was used to doing. So the playback, I don't know if it was just the speed settings in Filmora wasn't picking up the frame rate or what. But it also did that when I tried to view it in like Windows Media Player and all that stuff as well. So if any of you guys have had any experience with that, please feel free to chime in. I don't know if I'm doing something crazy or different, but I was filming in 1080 at 94 frames a second, and with doing that, it just like the whole thing just played in like a slow motion effect. So, if any of you guys tried playing around with different frame rates and speed settings, chime in, let me know if that's something you've experienced as well. So, like I said, I was trying to, with him casting the fishing rod, I was trying to catch that, and yeah, I'm seeing that, Jim. 120 is a normal slow mo. So yeah, that 94 was just. I mean, it made some really cool shots with him casting. You could really see him whip that lure out, and then I had to speed some of the other parts of the video, the drone shots up, to get like a regular playing speed on there. So it seemed to kind of work out. And some of the video that I showed earlier, um, it looked normal. It didn't look choppy or anything when I speeded it up. So I was happy with that. But just something that I wasn't expecting, with filming the 94 frames a second. So definitely won't be doing that for like the regular shots I need anymore. Um, but hey, it's like everything on here. We all learn from each other. We all grow from each other. So it's definitely something new, and it's always a learning experience. You play around with different stuff, and you always learn something. So that was my learning experience for the past week. I know that when Smalls comes on later, we might be talking about installing some hard drives and some computers as well. Um, so looking forward to that also. And I know Art said he might show up later, and I sent the link out to a couple other people as well, so they might hop on too. I know I had sent it to Adrian. Adrian said he was tied up with family tonight, so I told him no biggie. Um, what's up, Matt? How are you doing, sir? And Matt, yeah, I was looking up. You were talking about the meetup y'all did. Y'all were about 4 hours away from me in Jupiter Beach. So next time, if I get a little bit of advance notice, y'all are doing that, I would definitely love to come try to catch up with you guys. That would be really fun. I know Ken lives in Fernandina, or not Fern. I'm sorry. He lives in, where's he at? Um, St. Augustine. Sorry. So with St. Augustine, he's about 2 hours away. And let's welcome our first panelist here, Mr. Art from Artco Drone Police.
Yeah. Woohoo! Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where you were, Ken. I couldn't remember right off the top of my head, but you're in St. Augustine. So, yeah, I saw you would change your channel name about a week ago or something, I think it was. But yeah, I was showing them Art. I actually caught a hummingbird, man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
How'd you?
flying. I was flying my Mavic Pro, and I was shooting in 94 frames a second. What I
Ooh.
didn't realize though was when I shoot 94 frames a second, it shoots almost in like slow motion.
Right?
So I wasn't thinking that concept, and I was shot pretty much everything that day in 94 frames, which made some cool shots of the guy casting and stuff like that, because you can just watch that lure whip out at in like a slow motion effect.
Right?
Um,
Right?
so that was kind of cool. But then I lined up this shot to kind of have the camera pointed down at the water where you were watching the ripple effect. I was only
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 foot off the water, and you could just see the ripples going out from the
Right.
downdraft of the drone. And as I lined up that shot and dropped the camera down, hummingbird flew underneath me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it was one of those the red hummingbirds, which are more rare.
Oh,
I looked it
wow.
up. Yeah, that's a rare kind of hummingbird, and yeah, it just made for a really cool shot.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's neat. I know here in Colorado, up in the mountains, we've got quite a few hummingbirds up there.
Okay.
Yep.
And actually, because you're here, let me see if I can pull that video up again. I'll show you real quick.
Okay, cool.
Um, Let me see if I can
Well,
find the
let's
spot real
see.
quick.
Jackson's RC Aviation, welcome. Good to see you. Dakota Fowler.
Yep, that's my daughter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Jim's droning. And Ken Hoffbauer. Place it
Yep.
here. Matt Cundiff.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then I know Smalls said he was cooking chicken and waffles, and he'll be here shortly.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was like, man, yeah, between your show earlier, us talking about all the cheesesteaks and subs, and
Yeah.
him talking about chicken and waffles, I was like, man, I'm getting hungry now. All right, here we go.
Oh, guess who released the video 7 minutes ago?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
All right, you can see that, right, Art?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's going to come in at the bottom right corner of the screen and then circle around.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Are you sure
like
it's a hummingbird or
yeah, as fast as because I'm filming in 94 frames a second, so that had to be. That's the only thing that moves that fast.
Well, how about dragonfly?
They wouldn't be that big and that red. But here's what I was talking about when flipping it out
Okay.
in slow motion. I thought that made a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, I did. I'm surprised it didn't hook your your drone and watch the camera go whoop.
Yeah. Well, I was
That
giving
would be
him
funny.
I was giving him cues of where to cast at because we weren't really fishing in this one. This was more of a, let's figure out some shots and stuff that we can
Yeah.
use
Get
for
some
later
good
on.
B-roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's this is the bucket mount TV guy I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
This is some of the shots that I've been shooting for him. So
That
he's
looks
gonna
like a
start.
good place for carp fish.
Actually, there are some huge monster bass in there, dude. He
Oh,
pulled
I
out a
wouldn't be
bass
surprised, yeah.
that was just
Wow.
a daggone monster.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So, Jim's droning said this summer a hawk flew past his camera. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
I caught this with my cell phone a few months ago. We had a woodpecker that I think is a little deranged, and he was actually over here pecking on a daggone transformer.
No.
Yeah, I said just don't peck on the wrong thing, dude, because
Yeah.
you'll fry yourself and we'll be out of electric.
Yeah. That's true.
So
It might have been, it smelled good.
I don't know what it was because it's just all those things are is a bucket of wires submerged in oil.
Yeah.
That's all a transformer is. So I don't know what the attraction was, but you could tell it was metallic he was hitting on just by the sound of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're gonna rattle your brains doing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt, they up here in Georgia we got some awesome bass fishing, some awesome carp fishing,
Yep.
all that stuff. So we love
Catfish.
catfish. We love taking advantage of it when we can.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing I do want to try soon, Art, is I want to go bow fishing, man,
Ooh, yeah.
with a bow and
Have you
arrow.
seen Have you seen these guys? They've got this, not a bow, but it looks like a slingshot.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that as well. But that bow fishing, the the guys around here go for the alligator gar,
yeah,
and
hmm
they're just tearing it up with that bow, and that
yeah.
just looks. I think that would
Oh,
make some really cool footage too.
grass carp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just think that would make some really awesome footage with the drone too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm.
So, but and then I touched on the the alligator gar get huge, Matt. I've seen some of them up here that are a few feet long, and you get over towards Louisiana and Texas, and man, them things get 4 or 5 foot.
Oh,
You
mm-hmm.
get some real big ones up over there.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, that's just a fun time,
Mm-hmm.
and a good fight too,
Mm.
because them things put up a good fight. But skinning them out,
Yeah.
you better have like a hatchet.
Yeah. Well, they've got gar down in Florida.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That guy that I watch, Extreme Philly Fishing, he goes down there in the fall and the winter, and then, but I don't think he's going to do it this year because of the COVID. He's
Oh, okay.
kind of, he's going to stick around Philly and
Gotcha.
fish around there. But yeah, so he got me fired up into going to Florida and just go fishing, do some freshwater and saltwater fishing.
Well, I mean, if you're in Florida, depending on where you are, man, come up here. I'll hook you up with this guy from Bucket Mouth, and y'all can
Oh,
do some stuff because he's always got some spots to fish, and
right.
I'm sure he would love to hook up and do a show or do a. I even told him, do a live stream that you have a fishing live stream and stuff you do from time to
Yeah.
time, and
hmm
so
Yep.
y'all could have a good time talking about fishing and stuff.
Well, I was thinking about going down to Mitch's place, do some
Okay,
fishing and drone fly.
there you go. Do it
Because,
all
I
at
mean,
once.
he's got all those canals and ponds around his place.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
So,
And shoot, we
and he's
were
got,
we were back here at the pond out by our house, and
mm-hmm,
man, the bass we saw back there, that joker was huge.
mm-hmm.
So we were talking about dropping a line down in there and seeing what we could
There
pull
you
up.
go. Well, and, excuse me, down in Florida, you got all those exotic fish because of the people dumping their tropical fish in the canals when they get
Yeah,
tired of their fish, and so you could catch, you know, Oscars and cichlids uh,
lionfish and
what else? Oh, what's that catfish that has that sucker mouth that you, it's
I know
it's
what you're
kind of
talking about. I
twisted.
can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, the short name is pleco,
Yeah.
and
Um,
they're kind
Matt
of,
said King catches monsters in the lake behind his house.
yeah,
Yeah, I bet. I mean,
and
we got some great fishing down here.
yeah,
Heck,
and
the
there's
one night Stacy was pulling fish up on daggone bubble gum, man.
and there's peacock bass down there.
Yep,
It's native of South America.
yep. We got some nice fun stuff. Was trying to think what else I was going to mention to you too.
And then
But
he's not too far from Indian River, where I could go over and do some saltwater fishing there.
yeah, yep.
Go catch some drum and redfish and all kinds of snappers and barracuda. And,
Those barracuda put up a nice fight.
oh yeah, they do. When when I was in the Bahamas. First night we got there, decided to go down to the pier and said, "Oh, here, let me get my fishing gear." Came out there and I put a silver spoon on it. On the second cast, I caught this 21-inch barracuda.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't want to get your hand anywhere near it.
Oh no, 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 no. The same with the peacock bass. They've got some pretty sharp teeth in them too.
Yeah, we get toadfish, or it's almost like a puffer fish.
Yeah, I
We get
saw one of those on one of the fishing channels. And now I've got, yeah, an idea of what they look like.
we were catching them one night off the pier, and man, trying to get a hook out of one of them things.
That's
I've
why
got
you need a
them.
hemostat or pliers.
Well, that's what I have. It's like a set of pliers. It's got the grip here, and then it angles down,
Oh
and then
yeah,
goes down
I've
into
had.
the pincher.
Yeah,
And if I didn't have them things, man, we'd have never got the daggone hooks
yeah.
on.
Well, same with the gar. You need something like that for garfish.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a fan of coming back home from fishing and being minus a finger or two.
Yeah,
Just kind of takes the fun out of it.
yeah.
So,
Well, I caught a gar uh, when I was in New Bern, North Carolina. The club was at the Sheraton Hotel, and it was right on the waterfront there. So the next day I went down there with my fishing gear, and I went and got some frozen shrimp and snagged into this 2.5 foot long fish. And when I got him up to the surface, I saw all those teeth, and I go, "Oh, holy crap!"
yeah,
And the thing rolled, and he snapped the line.
them scales are sharp. They'll cut your line quick.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
it's the teeth. They
yeah, the
get
teeth will
wrapped
do it
around
too.
that bill, and they just snap that line. Yeah.
Yep, they'll do that too.
Yep.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. Now I did catch one when we were fishing the pier that night. I caught a nice striped sea bass.
Oh,
He was
cool.
about a foot long, and they
Yeah.
said that was one at that point. That was one of the biggest ones they had seen in a while.
Right.
So that was a kind of a cool catch. He was a nice little fight.
Mm-hmm.
But then that pier we're talking that we go fishing, I've seen them pull a 12 to 13 foot hammerhead out of there.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Jekyll Island, Georgia, um, and St. Simon's, where we go fishing off the piers for saltwater here, is one of the big spawning areas for the sharks.
Oh,
So there's a
wow.
ton of sharks out there, and everyone
Yeah.
wonders why I don't want to. I don't want to go swimming there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well, those.
I'm sitting there looking at the people swimming, and I'm going, I wonder if y'all realize that literally right across the sound,
Mm,
7 or 8 football fields away, I pulled out, or I watched them pull out like a 12 to 13 foot hammerhead.
mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I've done some Yeah, I've done some party boat fishing when I was in North Carolina. Went out there, out in the Gulf Stream, and let's see, what did I catch? I caught a triggerfish and a red snapper.
now when I was in Texas and Louisiana, we used to go out to some of the oil rigs out there, and
Yeah,
we were pulling up snappers and drums, and we were pulling them up
yeah,
so quick the eyeballs were actually popping out because of
yeah.
how deep we were coming up from.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, if you
man, we,
get some of those bass, those like groupers and jewfish, and
I tell you
pull
what,
them
go
up,
down
and
to
it looks
Florida.
like there's a penis sticking out of their mouth, and that's the air bladder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go down to some of them. I used to go to a place in Clearwater when I was down there visiting friends. Man, fried grouper sandwich down there,
Mm. Yep.
some of the best
Yeah, I
food.
caught some grouper when I was in the Bahamas. We went to Elbow Cay,
Okay.
And it's a little tiny island off the coast of Abacos, where Marsh Harbor is the main city. By the way, that got flattened by the hurricane
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I
this year.
heard.
And it's got a beautiful red and white striped lighthouse
Okay.
right in the harbor.
Yeah,
And
I love going out and videoing some of them lighthouses. We have the one in St. Simon's here that I did a video on, and that was just really fun to shoot.
hmm
What's up, Chris Hope?
oh yeah, dolphin and wahoo. Yeah, I've caught those. I've done some deep sea fishing down in Aruba, and that was a blast.
Oh, I bet. I
Yeah.
love going out deep sea.
hmm I caught wahoo, bluefish. And I caught barracuda. Yeah.
Nice.
hmm
Chris, man.
Barracuda is good eating fish.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Um, I've been when I was in North Carolina, we caught some tuna up there, and man, you pull that up, and that is the bloodiest looking meat
Yeah.
ever. And then
hmm
you get it in there and you cook it up, and it just put a little bit of butter and seasoning and lemon on there.
Yeah.
Put it in a aluminum foil packet.
Yep.
Turns out to the perfect white flake. Just tastes amazing.
Well, I'll have to try that. Yeah.
For the seasoning, we usually take a packet of that Seven Seasons Italian dressing.
Oh, okay.
You don't make the dressing; you just take
Yeah. You just
the
yeah.
seasoning and sprinkle it on the fish and throw it in a aluminum foil packet. Toss it on the grill. Man, that's
hmm
amazing.
hmm hmm
Chris, man, I did I hear you got your goggles working right?
Yeah.
I think Chris got his FPV goggles doing
Oh,
good.
it's fat charts.
Yeah, I
Cool.
think he finally got them working.
That's wonderful.
Um, if so, Chris, I sent you a link, man. If you can, pop on and let us
Yeah.
know what was the matter with them. I know Smalls just built a 7-inch FPV quad for doing
Oh,
some
cool.
cinematic stuff. Yeah, that
Right.
thing turned out really sweet.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So he's supposed to be on a little bit, and maybe he'll break that out and show us what he did to it. He did something with one of them. It's like a carbon fiber layer, and then it's
Yeah.
got like a foam layer, and
Uh
then
huh.
another carbon fiber layer between it. So it's got
Oh,
like foam sandwiched between the two layers, kind of makes it a little more flexible in case of a crash.
right. Right. I'm doing good, Chris.
How's flying your little what's it, tiny hawk or your bugs? Which one you got?
Oh, I've got the Tiny Hawk too. I haven't flown in a while. Maybe I'll fly it tomorrow. I'll go charge up my Tyrannus, get that charged up, make sure the goggles are charged up, and get all
Yeah,
the batteries charged up. I need to get a video out. Haven't done one. Let's see. I think the last one I did was the. I did the live stream from my Mavic Air 2.
yeah, I saw
That
that
was
the other day. I got to
yeah.
catch a couple little pieces of it while I was at work.
hmm
So yeah, it's been my problem lately with catching all these live streams. Is I've been stuck at work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I've been doing a lot of overtime lately. So on the weekends, I only have one day off, and then I've got my arts place show
yeah,
that afternoon. So
Chris said your goatee's looking good, man.
oh, thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Chris, if you got a second, pop in and tell us what happened with your goggles.
Yeah. hmm
And yeah, I'm eventually I'm gonna talk to Smalls and I'm gonna set up FPV rig and
There you go.
do some cinematic FPV.
There you go.
Because I do a
Well,
lot of more of the cinematic stuff. Them little tight loops and turns. I'm not trying to crash something.
right. Well, once I get better with the Tiny Hawk, I'll get this guy out. All I need is I need an antenna. I've got one that Mitch threw on, but I want to get a better one.
Okay.
And he even threw in a camera for me. This
Oh,
little
cool.
tiny little camera on here, and I do have a mount for an SJ camera. It looks kind of like the Hero Session, and I can
Okay.
mount it up here.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna make some really cool video on there.
yeah. Mhm. But I need to get goggles for this.
Yeah. You got a radio for it?
Yeah, I could get it hooked up to my Tyrannus.
Okay. Gotcha. Um, Ken said him and his son are flying the DLR simulator right now.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get back into doing that. Then I've got this Mobula 7 that I gotta fix up.
What do you got to do to that
Going,
one?
uh, that, well, that's this little guy here that I bought a while ago. And I
Oh
guess
yeah,
the
that's the one
guy,
that kind of came in pieces, right?
yeah. I mean, it just needs to be screwed together, you
Okay.
know. That's all.
Gotcha.
I get order the screws online, and they come with little rubberized posts where
Okay.
that'll hold the the board on, and you get an upgrade to where you could have a DVR on it, which would be
Oh
pretty
really?
cool. Yeah, yeah, it's got a little SD card slot in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Nice. Let's see. Let me catch up in chat real quick. Uh, Ken said he's using the Xbox for the simulator on that one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know Smalls was using his actual radio for it.
Uh,
I forget how he said he hooked that one up, but he was using his actual radio controller for that one.
okay.
Yeah, Jim's droning. I'm interested to see what DJI is going to do with that FPV drone. The only thing that I've said, and I know a lot of other people have said too, with the FPV, flying FPV comes crashes.
Yeah.
And with crashes, I'm a little worried about the body of that one.
Hmm.
Because if it's like the regular Mavics, mm,
It might not. Yeah, it might
it
not
might
hold
not
up.
withstand up to a crash.
Well, this is your chance to do a review on
Yeah,
it.
I don't think I want to risk that much money on something I'm not that good at flying at, depending on the price. And that's the other thing I want to check out too, is I want to see what the price point's going to be on that one as well. I know the goggles that come with it look really cool as well. If that's the actual
Hmm.
goggles that's going to be with it. And yeah, Jim, it looks a little tougher than the Mavic.
Yeah,
Hopefully they did
because you don't
something.
have stabilization. It's a lot of practice. Now, like on my get a Tiny Hawk and get the controller and goggles for it and practice with that. I mean, for under $200, that's not
Yeah,
bad. And I mean, it takes some practice. It took me a few times to finally get to where I get have it orbit around my apartment.
yeah.
Yep.
Jim said he crashed the Cinequeen a few times and only the prop covers were cracked. Let's see. Ken said, I'm betting from the outside frame is plastic, but the inside frame is like carbon fiber. Yeah, I mean that would be the way to go if that's what they did. That
Yeah,
would be the
I
smart thing
imagine
to
that's
do.
probably what they did. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, because there would be a lot of really mad people if crash that thing and next thing you know it was just in a million pieces.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think I know anybody that flies FPV that hasn't crashed at least once.
Hmm.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
I was looking to see if Chris would comment again, but I think he said his problem with his stat charts was a wire.
Oh yeah, I thought you got that fixed.
Yeah, I'm saying I think he just got that all fixed up and got it good to go. But I'm saying I think
Yeah.
the problem he was having was a wire was loose or something in it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that'll bring you down quick.
Hmm. Yep.
Like Ken said, DJI Refresh Care with 100% replacements.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim, it does go with the territory with FPV that yeah, there's some things you just can't help, and crashes are inevitable.
Hmm. Yeah. I just talked to Ken Heron.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hell, he fixed it on the one live stream. Was it your live stream?
Yeah, I think it was where
He
he
fixed.
came in and
Yeah, he
Mitch
came in and
kind of.
he fixed it on the one live stream.
Yeah.
Took it out, flew it, and I think he flew it the next day and crashed it again or something.
Yep. It did the same thing. It just kind of flipped over and there.
Yeah, kind of
Yep.
did a really fast spiral out of control
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
went down hard. So
Yeah, I think it was something wrong with the one of the motors. Maybe one of the ESCs went
yeah,
bad, and yeah. Hmm.
I was talking to Adrian earlier. It's his daughter's birthday today,
Right.
so that's where he went.
I see. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yep. Um, so what you got plans for flying anything new or any new videos coming up?
Uh, well, the weather's been kind of weird. Now it's been really nice. I kind of wish I would have had some time, but I get off work at 3, so that only leaves you a couple hours to fly.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And I'm getting tired of flying around my apartment because everybody's seen it so many times. So I gotta figure out where can I go to fly. There is a water tower that's kind of the landmark for the city.
Uh
It's
huh.
called the Old Arvada Water Tower, and I've already flown it a couple times.
Gotcha. Well, if you
Yeah,
get really good with that FPV, that would make a cool video.
yeah. Well, and with the Mavic Air 2 with the zoom, I could get some pretty cool shots with that and not have to get close to the water tower.
Yeah. I tell you what, Mike Kenny's video with the car, what was it, CarMax Tower or whatever,
Yeah,
that one turned out really sweet. I
cool.
think he said they actually contacted him about using some of his footage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Hmm.
So, and like Matt said, this whole getting dark thing is kind of annoying too.
Yeah,
Because by the time I get off work and get home and get everything set up,
yeah.
you know, it's starting to get dark out already.
Hmm. And plus, I've been up since 3:30, and I get home at 3 o'clock, and you just uh,
Yeah.
let's kind of relax.
What do you
Go
What do you do at your
go.
job?
I make braces for teeth.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty
I
cool.
What I do is I spot weld the little parts onto the bands.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems like that would be extremely tedious.
Yeah, it can be.
Mm,
And I've been doing that for, well, it's been over 25 years now.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
At the same company?
Yep.
Wow. You don't see people sticking around with companies like that anymore. You really
Yeah,
don't.
that's not very common anymore. Yep.
And it's kind of sad, that people don't stick around with a company that long. I mean, granted, I've got some people at the hospital that have been there for 20 plus years,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
been
Yeah,
through
well, and this company just got sold a couple months ago, so we have new owners, and hopefully, they've got the capital to really do things with the business. I think the pandemic just wiped out the old owners because
and it's
business
sad
got,
that
yeah.
because that's
And
been a lot of the smaller companies.
hmm and with the old owners, they every year around this time they would have employee recognition.
Okay,
For employees that have been there 1 year, 5 years, 10, and so forth. And after the fifth year on, you get bonuses.
nice.
Well, this year I would have gotten a $1,250 bonus this year. And, well, that went away.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they now HCA is really cool. The hospital company we work for. Um, Once you hit 5 years with the company, they send you out a little catalog, and you get to pick a prize out the catalog. And
Oh,
depending on how many years you've been there, the
oh,
bigger and
look, I
nicer the
can get a
prize.
new catheter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't get like that, thankfully.
Oh, a speculon.
I was trying to look for it. I don't know where it went. I
Well,
had
we
it.
used to have a company picnic every August, and it it would be a different theme. Like 1 year it was Western theme, and 1 year it was uh, medieval, where they had knights, with swords. They'd have a sword fight, and uh, 1 year we did like trivia stuff, and I won one of the big prizes, which was a $100 gift card to Best Buy, and that's how I got my first smartphone.
Nice.
Hmm
That's pretty cool. I was looking for it. I thought it was sitting here on my desk. I don't know what happened to it. First, for 1 year, they gave you a really nice pen. It says like,
Yeah, that's what we got. Yeah,
thank you,
company pen.
yeah, thank you
Yep.
for your service and whatever.
hmm I think the first year we got, or 5 years, we got $50, and then 10 years, $100, and then it just went up and up like that.
Nice.
And when I was there for 20 years, I got a check for $1,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of some of the guys and figure out what they're doing
hmm
and where they are. Um,
Oh, and the company would give us gift cards, for one of the grocery stores.
uh-huh.
And last year we got a $100 gift card.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's pretty.
that's going away.
Yeah. And I mean, it's sad that these companies that used to do that stuff are kind of phasing out almost.
Yep. And then we used to have like a Thanksgiving lunch that they would have like right around or just after Halloween. We'd have a catered really nice lunch. We'd have turkey or ham with, you know, mashed potatoes, gravy,
I
and
know
we.
when we worked at the grocery store, we would do kind of like a potluck. Everybody bring in a covered dish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We would do that, and
Oh yeah, we would. Each department would have their own potluck, and we'd have the lunchroom set up to where, okay, one day this department had it, one day this department had their potluck, and so forth. Well,
yeah, we I know for Christmas at the hospital, they have the administration and all the directors making omelets for everybody.
ooh,
Yeah, so
mm-hmm.
but they usually happens on like a Monday or something, and I work overnights that day, so
Oh, cool.
I won't be there for that one. I'm gonna go home and go to bed. And I know the other YouTuber I'm supposed to be shooting some stuff for is going to be Tony soon. So
Oh,
hopefully I'll get that done in
cool.
a little bit. I know we were trying to catch him when he was harvesting peanuts, but it just didn't work out. It kept raining all the time.
Ah,
All right, Ken,
all
you
of
have a
those
good
is
night, sir.
just a bunch of goobers.
Yeah, and like I said, man, we've been having some storms here. Like last week, we had
Mm,
storms that were spawning funnel clouds and everything else.
wow,
Yeah,
wow,
so some of these storms have been crazy. And
yeah.
then that night, we got the new dog. We got the new German Shepherd,
Oh,
and
cool.
man, that thing. Apparently, he's terrified of thunder.
Well, yeah, a lot of dogs
So
are. They
he
don't
was
like thunder
he
or
was up
4th of
in bed with
July.
me, laying on top of me,
Mm-hmm.
and about 100 pounds. Yeah, that wasn't comfortable.
Oh, and one good thing, uh, just I guess last weekend, they finally got 100% containment of that big forest fire we had this summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice,
So that's finally out. Wow.
awesome,
205,000 acres.
good lord. Think of all the
Yeah.
animals that
The
got displaced.
largest fire in state history.
Think about
Uh,
all the animals that got displaced, all the deer and stuff.
mm,
That's just devastating to the wildlife.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's a bunch of these tree huggers. They didn't want us to cut down all the dead trees that died from the beetle kill that we
Yeah,
had like 30, 40 years ago. If we would have been able to clear that out, that would have made the forest healthier and less prone to forest fires like that.
yeah, definitely would have.
Hmm.
Matt, you have a good night, sir. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, good night, Matt.
Um, like I said, I don't know if Smalls is still cooking and eating or what.
Hmm.
Was trying to hang out there till he showed up. Let me shoot him a message real quick.
Hopefully that CPU will come pretty soon, and then I can tackle this
Now, are you
upgrade then.
putting all that in a case you already have?
Yeah, it's this computer right here. It's going to get
Okay,
a heart lung transplant.
right.
Yeah. Well, I've got the memory here. I've got the M.2. I got the motherboard out there. I got it on sale, so it was less than $60.
Heck, that's a deal right there.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
gigabyte motherboard. It's a 450, which is a a Ryzen chip. It'll
Hmm.
take like first, second, and third generation, so it'll take a Ryzen 7.
Okay.
So I got the Ryzen 7 1700X, which
Okay.
is 8 cores, 16 threads.
That's gonna be nice and fast.
Yep. Hmm.
That'll be real fast.
Hmm.
Um, what kind of cooler you putting on there? You putting a fan or a water cooler or?
No, I'm not doing a water cooler. I'm not that fancy. No, it's just a regular old fan, but it's bigger than the one I've got in here. I mean, that fan is about 6 inches tall, so
Yeah, you
with a
know
nice
the
big
thing
heat
about,
sink on it.
I don't know how much you know about computers, but the cooler you run a processor, the faster it's going to run.
Yeah,
Which is why they started putting all the water coolers and all this
right,
fancy contraptions, the
mm,
refrigerators and so forth on there.
right.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, you get that good fan on there, man. That should run nice and cool and
Hmm.
be extremely fast.
Yep. Yeah, I've
Okay.
got DDR4 memory that's 3200 megahertz.
Okay. You say you're putting a graphics card on there too?
Yeah, I'm going to use the existing one out of here. It's a 4 gig.
Okay.
It's I think a 270.
Now was that HD or 4K or?
I think it's HD.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Hmm.
Yeah, some of the new 4K cards, man, them things are getting ridiculous in
Yeah.
price.
Mm. Yeah, this video card I got for about $50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a good deal on them sometime. I was
Yep.
watching one of the tech guys that I watch. He tried to get a setup off a Wish
Oh boy.
just to do a video,
Mm-hmm.
and man, he got this video card that was supposed to be 4K, super fast. Man, it was like a 4-year old hunk of junk. Barely shot. It was barely running like 30 frames a second. Like it was
Oh boy.
horrible. I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, well, that's kind of what you expect off a Wish list.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did another one where he was going to try to do an entire computer build off of there,
Mm-hmm.
just ordering the parts. So we got this setup that was supposed to be the motherboard, the processor, and the RAM. Well, when they sent it to him, it only had the motherboard. There was no processor or RAM included, like they said.
Oh boy.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
was mad. He said, I got like a $50 motherboard, paid 400 something dollars for it, and it didn't come with the processor or the RAM.
Oh boy. Well, I tried ordering some stuff off of AliExpress, and it was a pain in the butt. And I finally gave up and said, I'll just get the rest on Amazon or eBay.
I tried using that AliExpress, and the stuff never showed up.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
Yeah.
ordered something simple like camera, the tripod head, the heads for the camera tripods,
Yeah.
and never showed.
No. Uh, yeah, Jim's. I've got an SSD drive in this. It's a 500 gig, and the M.2 is a 500 gig, and I'm gonna clone this drive onto the M.2, and once I know that it works after the cloning, now uh, reformat the SSD drive, and it's got a 4 terabyte. I think Western Digital. Uh, I think it's either a black or a blue.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
question with you changing out the motherboard and the processor and everything, is that going to give you any problems?
It might for the Windows. That's the thing I gotta
What I was thinking is you might have to do a reinstall on Windows on that.
Uh, well, I do have one of my thumb drives does have Windows on it, Windows 10.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm thinking you might have, because sometimes when you switch out that much hardware, um, it's not going to automatically pick it up and detect it.
Right.
So your Windows may not run correctly on that because you've switched out the motherboard, the RAM,
RAM.
and the processor. So
Right.
you may have to back up all your files and information on one of them hard drives, put all your put a Windows operating system on there, and then drop your files over. Now, I could be. It may work. It may fire up and work for you, and just reinstall stuff. But that is something that could be a problem for you. Because
Yeah.
I know I've tried to just switch out hard drives from Windows 10 from a laptop to a desktop before, and it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't fire up Windows 10.
Well, yeah, it might. Yeah, I could see where that would be a problem because you're coming from a laptop to a desktop. Now, I'm not changing. Well, it's still going to be an AMD process,
Yeah.
so it
Even
might.
Jim is saying you're probably going to have to do a new install on the Windows operating system just because of how much you're changing.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'll do is on YouTube, I'll search around, see if that's what I might have to do. Then I might have to do a fresh install of Windows on here, and then you know back up all my programs.
Yeah,
Because I've got Filmora and I've got other stuff, and
yeah.
yeah.
So have you played around with the Fillmore X yet?
No, not yet. I looked at the price, and I get for $70. You know.
See, I bought the lifetime Filmora,
Yeah.
so when it
Yeah.
upgrades, it
Mhm.
automatically gives it to me, thankfully.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's why I went ahead and got that. So it just automatically updates and upgrades.
Mhm.
What's up, Tim Jackson?
Tim Jackson. Yeah.
Hey, actually,
Here, try some blue.
I forgot to send Tim a link. I don't know if he's around or not. Let me shoot you a link, Tim. Mm. Did that send it to him? There we go. He said,
Get a beer first.
get a beer first. Jim, let me look and see what the running rate is for Filmora now. I think I paid like 70 or 80 bucks. And I bought the lifetime one.
Yeah. Now, how's the 10 different than the 9?
That's what I got to actually look and see. I haven't really paid attention to what the new stuff with it was.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see. An individual, if you get the subscription, it's $39 a year. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend getting the perpetual plan with Filmora, which right now is $69.99,
Yep.
the one-time fee,
Mm-hmm.
and anytime they update or upgrade, you automatically get it. That's what I
Right.
got. It's access to Filmora for life, includes any updates. It says no, not beyond Filmora X though. Huh. Okay. So they've changed that. I didn't realize that.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can get Fillmore X for $69.99. And honestly, I love Fillmore just because it makes it so easy.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild. And I've played around with the Linux, and I use the Linux editor.
Hmm.
And there's some things, it's just like using Fillmore, and then there are other things. It's like, why isn't this working? Like they use Blender, which is a really cool animation software,
Yes, yes, it is. Blender is
and
awesome.
I could never get it to work.
Um, I've tried. I have Adobe Premiere
Mm-hmm.
or whatever I have the whole Adobe suite.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
there he is. Let's bring him on in, Mister Tim. I have Adobe Premiere
Oh shit!
or
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Turn your YouTube off.
Yeah, turn your YouTube off.
Yeah, put your headphones on.
How you doing, Art?
I'm
Mike?
doing good. How are
how you
you,
doing,
Tim?
man?
I'm getting
Um,
there.
yeah, right. Um, I've used with Adobe. They make it so complicated. Like you have to have daggone a class in Adobe just to be able to edit stuff. So I
Adobe's
wanted
weird, man.
something. Yeah, Jim. Yes, there is a trial version. The trial version is pretty cool. The only thing is it does leave a watermark
Yeah.
on your video. So
Mhm.
there is that.
Yeah, I got Adobe, and I don't. Yeah, I got the full thing. So Adobe is hard, man. Very
Yeah, it
hard.
is. It's complicated.
Oh, I
So
Yeah.
use it like photo editing. It's not bad. It's pretty
Photo
cool.
editing is great, man. That's great.
Mm.
But
yeah,
video editing, you got to have three windows up just to
Right.
yeah,
crap.
And Jim over at Above and Beyond, he's screwing around with DaVinci Resolve, and he's just like going crazy.
yeah. That book for Da Vinci was like 1,600 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw that.
So yeah, that's just too much. I'm not trying to get something that's so complicated. Now I
Yeah.
did pick up for my photo editing. I did pick up Luminar 4. And I love
Oh,
that program.
yeah.
Oh, dude, what's that
Yeah,
compared to?
they compared it to Photoshop.
Really?
Hmm.
I gotta try that out.
It
Shit.
has a new AI software that they're getting ready to come out with.
Right.
Yep.
And man, this AI software, you can actually so you shoot a scene that has the sky in it. You can actually replace the sky using AI.
Are you fucking
Hmm.
kidding me?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, and it's so easy that all I have to do is literally click a button, and once I click the button, boom, I have a different sky in there.
Wow. Can you erase and do all that crap?
You can do all kinds of stuff in there, man. I'm just
Yep.
touching the tip of the iceberg with this thing.
That's
I've
crazy.
only had it for like
Yeah.
a couple weeks, and just started playing around, and
Tim,
it's
turn
just
off your notifications. Oh, it's 38 degrees. Oh, is that Celsius?
that's Celsius.
That's
Oh,
Celsius, brother. It's about 101. I'm
yeah.
melting.
Good
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Well, see that temperature? That's what it is here right now, Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Oh, the humidity, it feels like it's like 42, but it's crazy, man.
Mm. Yeah, it's almost like a daggone sauna
Oh,
with that
in this
humidity.
room, it's unreal, man. It's like I got my fan right here. I got that on high. I got the window open. It still feels like it's crazy.
Hmm.
I may put my phone over here because
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I'm getting
36
notifications out the ass.
degrees here.
What? Bring some of that over here.
You can have some of this cold weather. Just share some of your warmer weather.
Not like this, brother. The humidity will. Whew.
Yeah,
Dude,
we're
I live in a
getting
swamp. I'm used to humidity.
we're getting the low 100s here, but it's a dry heat.
I used to live in a swamp, and then I got divorced. Um,
To borrow a line from Jeff Dunham and Peanut, yeah,
uh,
so's a bonfire there, Art.
right now, man, Jesus, we got fires in South Australia. We got fires in Western Australia, and forget about it. It's crazy.
Y'all having a lot of them?
It's getting bad now.
Dang.
Hopefully, they'll get it contained.
Art finally just got theirs contained in Colorado.
Yeah,
Oh, about damn time. That's been
yeah,
going on for shit.
yeah. About 3 months. I mean, going from August, September, October. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you,
205,000 acres.
oh man,
Yeah.
if you look up on the internet, you Google Fraser Island in Queensland or in Australia, that'll show you what the fires are like right now. It's crazy. I think about 3/4 of the island is
Hmm.
devastated.
Wow.
Dang.
It's crazy.
You printed anything new, Tim?
Nah, I've been just chilling out this weekend, man. I'm getting ready for my vacation. I got
Okay.
that coming up in 2 weeks. I got 3 weeks off for Christmas holidays. And
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna try to fly every day because work. I haven't flown in 3 months. That's not like me.
Good
Oh
Lord.
boy.
I need to get them up. I got them all there waiting. See them right there. But
Well,
uh, I was talking
Yeah,
on
just
another panel, and we were talking, and just check. This is only like a year and a half old. Year and a half. I got it brand new right when it came out, and now it's got a Mini 2 AccuSync. We were talking about technology, how it's growing so quick.
mm-hmm.
Man, my internet is
yeah.
shit. My internet is shit right now.
I just heard back from Smalls and Chris Hope. Both of them are supposed to stop by in a minute.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice, nice.
Chris is going to tell us he
Adrian,
finally got his what's that?
what about Adrian? Where's it?
Adrian, it's his daughter's birthday today.
Oh, cool. Nice, nice, nice.
Yep. Um,
They grow up
so
too quick.
exactly. So Tim, what do you think of the new DJI FPV?
Oh man, I got so many mixed concerns about that. I
What
reckon
what are your concerns? Because I want to see if they're the same that I had.
not concerns, but the only concerns or the only things that I have to say, and I think this is going to be it, and nobody can tell me except the beta flyers, but I think you're going to
What
be
kind of
able to
flyers?
switch in between AccuSync and analog or acro. I think you're going to be able to do that. That's the only way that they can introduce a camera refresh. Um, I think it's going to be pretty solid. I think it's going to be a good flyer. What DJI is doing is introducing it into the camera drone world. So they want more people coming in FPV. This is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
My big concern is how sturdy it's going to be.
oh yeah, it doesn't look carbon fiber, does it?
No, it doesn't. Now, a couple people have said they've heard rumors about the internals being carbon fiber, the externals not being carbon fiber.
So you don't think it's going to be like a hollow insertion, heavy plastic? You think it's going to be internally carbon fiber?
That's what I've heard.
That's
That's what I've heard a couple people saying. I mean, that would probably be the smartest way to go because, I mean, if it's just a plastic insertion, you get a good crash, man, you're toast.
oh well, that's how they have the plastic underbelly. So you can take that off. You can work on the innards. Now, that's what gets me. How are they going to have care refresh when you can open it with 4 screws and work on the internals? How? So I reckon care refresh isn't going to be introduced. And I think that they're going to see, because DJI can tell when you go from OcuSync to Wi-Fi or whatever, or Acro. So right when you go into Acro, they're going to know when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be all integrated. Big Brother's watching. Remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Plug in items. Exactly. You're going to need that on the board to fly FPV. There's going to be a lot of crashes.
Well, let's bring one of the big FPV guys into the mix here.
That must be Mr. Hope. No, I thought it was Mr.
No, it's
Hope.
Mr. Smalls.
How you doing, bud?
Good. How you doing?
First time I met you.
We were just talking about the new DJI FPV drone they're talking about bringing out.
Yeah, I was actually watching you guys, and when the topic came up, I was about to eat. I was like, hold on, get in on this one.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it, man?
Oh, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. For me, with how DJI operates, I don't know if this is my thing. I don't know if there are sensors on there. I don't know what the max speed is. Like, it's too early to speak on, anything about it, because I don't know anything. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
I hope there's no sensors. I hope.
Yeah, but
Probably not.
I am more concerned with what I saw. I'm concerned with the build. In FPV, anybody who flies FPV is going to crash. Even the pros do. It just does not look like it could take a hit. Nothing DJI made take a hit. The way I fly, I fly very cinematic, and I still do crash. But that thing doesn't look like it's going to take a hit. With FPV, you know how you have your flight controller, like your stack, everything is separated. I'm strongly believing that they're going to use a uniboard.
Game changer.
Going to be ESC, flight controller, like everything in one. That is going to be like one of my major concerns. Because if anything happens to that, like, what do? You're supposed to order a whole new board? Like,
yeah.
And the way it's constructed, it looks like that's what's in there, So I don't know, man. I just I want somebody to get it and dissect it, because I'm not spending my money on that. I will probably never, because for me in FPV, you have your FPV cam. How are you mounting a GoPro on that thing? Like, this thing looks like a hybrid, like Inspire. Like, I don't even know what it is.
Baby Inspire.
It looks like the short bus version of an Inspire. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like. I like the fact that they staggered the arms, though. Yeah. Because you get cleaner air, so you won't have much jello. But, like, what are you recording? Like, what is the station? These are all questions that people in the world are asking. If I can't put a GoPro on there, what camera are you putting? Like, just
Osmo
camera? Like, I don't know.
Yep. And it's going to be a 2-axle gimbal, right? That's what they're saying?
Oh, my God. Why would you do that?
Stupid. But,
how you buy FPV with a gimbal camera? Like, you won't get your angles right. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think DJI should have stopped right at providing goggles, air unit, and controller for FPV, and stay out of that realm.
And that's the thing I said before is no other controller is going to be able to control it. It's going to be separate entity, which is going to be all screwed up. I think they should have stayed in camera drones.
Yeah, I mean, they I will say I appreciate the FPV system because that's what I'm buying. It's changed everything with the footage I could get, and how close I could get to things. I was just flying. I don't know if you saw my latest video. I built, well, not the latest, but I was flying a 6-inch drone right through like Fraggle in a tree in my backyard, and
Holy shit!
with analog, never.
Nah, digital all the way. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. For me, I'm just waiting to see what happens with this whole FPV drone.
I think it's just they're introducing this to the world, to DJI fanboys or whoever, FPV. They're introducing it to the FPV or the regular camera fly drones to bring it, introducing it. Here's a little piece of FPV. Have it go. You don't have to build anything. You don't have to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Chris knows about that. He's just getting into it, so he knows all about that. Now, if this came a month ago, Chris would have got it because he wants to learn FPV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't have spent $1,300 on it or more
Oh,
or less.
yeah, no, I wouldn't spend that much either. That's crazy. The goggles alone are $800.
Did they release the price on it
Rumor has it $1,300
for the whole?
It's
That's
too
crazy.
pricey for me.
the drone, which is about right because the goggles and the radio and the camera now is right out of $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So a $200 or $300 drone to go with it, that's about the right price.
Okay,
In my thinking,
what that makes?
I just think it's
I don't think they're gonna afford to put like cents all that for that price.
I don't
I
see
hope
it.
they don't. I hope they don't put sensors because it's really going to screw it up.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is you can't use a TRX. You can't use different
Do any?
remotes.
Yeah, I'm never spending my money on that. Like, if one ends up cool, but I'm not doing it. I don't even like the feel of a DJI radio in my hand to fly FPV.
It looks like an Xbox.
Yeah, I can't. Well, for me, I don't know if they're gonna actually release. I don't know if it's that little small radio that they're releasing with it, or if it's gonna be like the regular radio that they have for the FPV system.
I don't know. They're being stingy in their frequencies, but
Yeah, but I fly with a TBS2, which is all controller, just because I thumb and it feels a lot more solid. I'm used to gaming, so it just feels more natural for me.
Y'all hear my bird?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. I like birds.
I want to see what it is. I want to see crash.
Yeah, crash test. Yeah, because really, I think everybody's worried about this camera refresh. How are they going to introduce it? They can't unless you're in OcuSync mode or if you're in GPS mode. That's the only way it applies, and DJI can tell each mode you're in. So that's the only thing.
Yeah.
So
now, Chris, you said you got your goggles working finally, right?
Yes.
nice.
What's wrong with them?
Well, I had to add extra power. Here's what's wrong with this sport. There's too much information out there. And it's very damn confusing.
Mhm.
You don't need to add the power. You need to add the power. So I added the power and the problem went away. Flew it yesterday for the first time. Had a good 6-minute flight. Just back and forth across the pasture, up and around. Landed it. Landed kind of hard. Sit there and watch a few minutes over and unplugged the battery, plugged it back in. No picture. Done. Gone.
Oh shit.
So today I had some time alone. Sit down in my shop, powered everything up, and it worked with my Tiny Hawk. My Sky Droid worked. I plugged my goggles in and it worked. So I had 3 devices that was receiving video, sending video to my goggles,
Right.
Yeah.
and that worked. So I flew my Tyro out in the yard and I landed it. When I landed it, the video disappeared. So so I went to the camera, I looked behind the camera, camera's plugged in. I kind of fiddled a wire and a wire, boom, the picture come back on.
What drone is that? What setup are you? Are you digital or analog?
Analog,
What
using a Cadix camera. Bought the Tyro 119 Smalls. It's
hell in it?
basically, I'm sorry.
A Cadix or turbo or one of those?
Yeah.
Um,
And there's a wire and it's got the little bitty plugs, and I'm assuming one of them wires was loose in there, and I pushed on these wires, started pushing on them, and one of them, when I found one that was a little wiggly, and I pushed it back in the socket. My picture come back and it stayed on for another 30, 45 minutes. No more issues.
yeah. What I would do when you pull those little white plug, it's a little white plug wire. Right? It's your power, your ground, and your video.
Okay.
What I would do, you see where those pins go in? On the back of the white clip, you'll see little like grooves. Me and the FPV, I'm used to like popping them up and pulling the wires out, changing connectors, making harnesses. What to do is unplug it, look where you could see under where like the teeth are in that white plastic.
Right.
Push them in all the way and use like a needle nose, like a tweezer, and just push down on them to tighten it. What
Okay.
cable, that little white tab that holds the wire in there, that little metal piece on the wire.
Yeah, it's got a little sharp fin on it.
Yes, that thing you push in all the way and you on the white tabs to secure. Sometimes that's a common little issue.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will play with that. I had to add one for the smart audio, so I kind of already know. I know that's how come I know there's a little old titty on it. When you push it in that deal, it's supposed to bite
Yes.
and hold. And
If it bite that white piece, just push down. It's very fiddly, like it's very fragile. So
very
just
fragile. Exactly.
Yeah, down on it. Sometimes though, on the end of the wire where that little metal piece is, it has like a little catch where it catches onto that plastic.
Right.
Sometimes that piece of that sticks up that's supposed to catch on the plastic, push down so it never clips. Take that neat, like if you have one of those thin tip tweezers, push to the tab and lift up on that metal piece a little bit so now it'll catch. I've had that happen plenty of times.
Got you. I just don't need that. I just don't need it to happen 200 yards away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Chris. Smalls is the FPV guy to ask if you got a question.
Oh yeah, and that's good because I run with a couple of others, and it's the information 99% the same. It's just presented a different way, and that's nice to get those different presentations.
Right. Yeah, man. Any FPV questions? Any drone question, pretty much.
Well, that's what you do for a living, so
Yeah.
I'm proud. I'm proud for you. You're getting to do something you like to do.
Yeah.
So what was happening with your batteries today, Smalls?
So when I powered up, man, we're at the lake, man. It was freezing, like like I couldn't even. I thought I was prepared, but it was really cold, and I had the M600 sitting out there for a while. And when I took off, I went up a little bit. I saw like a warning come up on the screen saying that what my battery temperature was at and where it's supposed to be, and it's like, hey, you need to heat up your batteries. And I'm like up in the air, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna push it because I realized when I was bumping the throttle, it was not as responsive as it should have been. And I was like, that's not a good sign being over Lake Lanier. So I was like, you know what, let me just bring it in. And I kind of had to leave. I really just went to capture like the sunset and fly FPV a little bit. But I didn't have too much time because my brother had to be at work, and that's like an hour and 24 minutes from my house. So
Oh,
called it, and the boys being begging me to bring this M600. So I was like, you know what, I'll just bring it over there. They were all like freaking out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get up there and fly with you guys sometime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go out there with them often as I should because, I'm always busy, but now I'm on a break. I might, go get some reels and, I need to update some reels on the website. So I'm probably going to try to go out like once or twice a week to just build up like the city, parks, housing development, you know, just capture some content. Have all this equipment just sitting. I need to put it to use.
How you liking that new SL3 Canon you got?
Well, it's all right for pictures, but I don't think it's not for a drone. The autofocus takes too long. It does happen really nice cinematically and smooth, but that Zcam, man, nothing. I don't have. The only thing I think that compares to the Zcam is the Komodo. But I like the Zcam. That's what I threw up there today. I also just got a Sony A7. What is it? The A7 SIII or whatever.
Oh yeah, you sent me pictures of that.
Yeah, I got that. My follow focus system, some wireless mics, some lights. Just gradually getting stuff. But that Sony's gonna go on my other M600 because I have that the Z15 gimbal for it.
Hmm.
Even messed with that yet. I've just been like enjoying my time off, spending time with my fam. So come next week, I'm gonna start putting stuff together. Tomorrow, I'm gonna clean up my studio because it's a total wreck from building like 3 drones, repairing a couple. So that's my goal tomorrow is fixing my studio up. Upside down right now.
Yeah, I think that kind of happens to all of us after we start messing around with stuff.
Yeah.
My desk was just covered earlier before I started getting ready for this live stream.
Yeah, mine is terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't even dare go down there right now. Yeah, my wife got me some shelving. She hooked me up, man. So I got to all assemble everything, label everything, because downstairs just looks, I don't know, everything everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of got some of them Rubbermaid totes, and that was my saving grace.
Yeah.
Ones with the drawers.
Yeah.
So I started packing everything into those.
Tall ones.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And a bunch of, they'll put on the desk. You could kind of stack them up together, and they're like sides. Yeah, I got to set it up. And got like 4 screens downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a new monitor. LG, what is it? LG 34-inch. So I'm gonna do away with my other monitors and just use because there's no real need for it anymore. It's like ultra wide.
There you go.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to split here. Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Good
Thanks for stopping
seeing
in.
you, and
Definitely.
Title, nice meeting you. And
See you, Art.
Good seeing you.
good night, Art.
Good night, everybody.
Good to see you, buddy. Good show tonight.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Make sure you wash your hands.
The other thing we got to get together on Smalls is getting a vacation together, man.
Yeah.
Because we're ready to take a vacation. We need it.
Yeah.
And I know y'all could probably use some time away too.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of my business partners has a restaurant in Destin, and he just hit me up. Like, man, I need you to come down and get some like footage. Like, they've been open for like a year, and they like no video, nothing. And I was like, okay. So I might be going down to Destin here pretty soon.
Okay.
Probably for like a week, just do a bunch of shooting, and actually got this building. I ordered something, but I have to like tweak it to my way. Got this little, I don't know if y'all seen it. It's called the Hom FPV wingsuit.
Haven't seen that one.
It's like 2.5 Cine Whoop that carries like a naked GoPro. I'm gonna get like a Hero 6 and strip it down and put it in that little case, and it gives some pretty amazing flight times, and it's like ultra light, and I could do some crazy stuff with that because with my Cinerat, I could already do some crazy stuff with that. So farless something with 100mm wheelbase compared to what I got right now, it's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna tear this apart, tear the innards all out of it, and I'm gonna just mess with it.
Yeah, I actually had one of those. Never flew it. Gave it to my son.
I want to just tear it apart and learn it actually.
So that new one you built, Smalls, how fast that thing ripped?
Which one?
The one you just built the other day.
I built like 3 of them the other day.
Well, the one I was watching you build on the live stream.
Oh, the long range one.
Yeah.
I really haven't like tested how like the speed of it. I should probably turn on like that GPS thing on my GoPro so it'll tell me. But well, actually I have GPS on the drone. I just never I don't, it's not meant for, it's very fast because it has 2807 motors on there, 1300 on 6S, 1300 kV on 6S. So it's pretty punchy.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say it has more torque than speed. So it's very powerful at low band, but not really much on the high end. It's really and truly a high speed cruiser, like pretty much just cinematic, smooth. I flew it today, actually. I was like rushing to try to get it before it got dark, and I didn't set my GoPro settings, so I have a whole bunch of grain. I was trying to edit it out, and I just got frustrated and was like, I'm done.
See, but, I made a blooper the other day. Part of it turned out good, part of it didn't. I accidentally dropped mine into 94 frames a second when I was playing around with settings, then started shooting and everything was like slow-mo. I was like, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, the footage
so
too bad.
I just realized, Keitel, you flew for the Walking Dead series?
Yeah, that's who I fly for.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations. That's nice.
Very cool. Taught him everything I know, Tim.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Now I'll watch them videos differently now.
Oh, yeah, man. Wait till... So I started flying with them on season 10. I only had like a few drone shots. And they were kind of like just testing out what I could do. And you should see some of the footage that I did for this last season, man. When I tell you I'm flying over a lake at probably about 2 feet over the water with a red Komodo, like literally almost touching the water, like following Daryl down a creek. And the scene is supposed to be like a storm is coming, and M600 is putting down a lot of downwind, and it makes the water like, yeah, let's make the drone make it look like the water is choppy. And I was just like,
Holy crap.
do it. I mean, I could do whatever you ask, Y'all insured my drone, so if it goes down, I'm not worried, but it was pretty
Yeah.
yeah, we tried it with the Inspire, but the Inspire, those sensors get really affected by water. Like it'll shoot the drone up. Like even if you
Yeah.
turn obstacle avoidance, you turn everything off, it still has like an effect on it. So it wasn't working for. So
Wow. So now is that opening up doors for you in the film industry? I mean, your name's out there now.
yeah, well, I have some work to do with HBO when they come back with this show. They filmed the pilot for the show called DMZ.
Mhm.
And the producer on that is good friends with the producer on Walking Dead, and he really likes me. So he told them when they get back, make sure I'm doing the drone stuff. So they already let me know.
Nice.
There's a couple
Nice.
things lingering. I did something for the short film. So yeah, it's growing.
That's nice, man. Congrats for that. That is awesome.
For that stuff. And imagine on DMZ, they did have a drone shot, but I really didn't have all my equipment just yet. So like they hired this company. These guys came out with an Inspire 2, and they had 9 people with them.
Oh,
I'm like, 9 people to fly straight, like in the city. Like literally, their shot was something was happening here. They literally fly this way, and that's it. 9
oh
people.
Jesus.
So the producer, and I was like, what? Just being curious, like, what did you guys pay them? And he is like, 12 grand.
Whoa.
I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, what? 12 grand for these guys were in the air for probably, they had to take hella takes because I don't know who these guys are or what. I mean, they looked legit. They pulled up people, they got some money. But I was like, man, my first flight on Walking Dead was one of the most windiest days. I had to fly backwards between 2 sets of trees and a branch. And I did that in one take with no spotters. It was just me.
Shit.
And I'm like, you guys bring this guy to fly in a big open space in the city. They somehow tell you need 9 spotters. Like, no, well, it's 2, the pilot, gimbal operator. And you still need, what, 8 people for what? And you have to pay them like that. That was just, I was like, man, you have no idea. And he's like, I'm gonna talk to the producer of Walking Dead so I could see some of your work. And then he sent me an email. He's like, yep, once we get back, you could come on.
Wow.
More gear, you know what I mean? So
I reckon it's going to open up plenty of doors for you. I mean, you got your name out there now.
yeah.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
that's awesome.
Pretty sweet.
My next move is FPV into the.
Oh, you could be on. You can be on the next Fast and Furious with FPV.
Oh yeah. What I could do with these.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that FPV shots, they look so much better than using like a crane or anything like that.
Yeah.
So much cheaper than a helicopter.
Even a crane could
Yeah.
do the angles that a FPV drone could do.
Yeah.
Right now I'm like, there's this, I don't know if you know of a guy named Jack Higgins.
Jack Higgins.
Yeah, he
Sounds familiar.
he does a lot of 3D printing stuff. He had that cine whoop called the Splash. I don't know.
That's where I know. All right. Yeah.
Design.
Yep.
He also does like carbon cutting, like CNC work. So he's designing a mount for my Beast class, so I could put a Zcam or my my A7 on there. So I'm just waiting. He's gonna start designing, I think, on Monday. And with that beast, I could go up to like 130 miles per hour.
Nice.
Like photography.
Jesus, you're gonna go Mach 1 soon.
Sorry.
You go.
Smalls is going to take off, and he's going to leave the rotors and propellers and everything back there as the drone takes off.
Yep. Heck yeah. That's amazing.
I had a video of that Beast class on my YouTube. I kind of had to take it off of public because I was flying down in the city and I should not have been doing that. This thing is a weapon, like really and truly is a weapon. It's 12S, 19 horsepower, 13-inch beast. And I was ripping this thing in the city of Atlanta, and I thought about it. It was public for a while, and I was sitting there just watching it one day, and I was like, man, if the FAA sees this, I'm royally screwed.
Yeah, right.
Let me take that down.
It'd be like, what's his name? Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's
yeah, you don't want to, and I hate to say this, but you don't want to end up like Fpv Drone.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
That's a whole mess right there.
Yeah, that's insane. What did he?
Hey, Matt, how are you?
What did he actually do? Like, what did they bust him doing? Was it a bunch of things, or?
It was I forget. It was like almost 1 year's worth of videos, but he was basically flying where you could see his telemetry and everything, and he was just all over the place with it.
Man,
every time he went up on a live, it showed his telemetry, so people were reporting him. So there you go.
Gee. Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Oof. Yeah, I heard something about the FAA, like this whole thing getting dissolved about remote ID, and they're just gonna set it to 300.
Yeah.
Is that? I don't know if that's just rumor or is that concrete information.
Is that because of the helicopters? Is that because of the helicopters or what? Because right when you see a helicopter, you're supposed to land it anyway. So I don't know why they want to restrict our flights. I don't know.
Now, one of the things I heard, I'm not sure how true it is. The remote ID, if you're under 300, it doesn't apply. If you're over 300 up to 400, it applies. Not sure how true that is, though. That was one of the.
It's like up in the air. I don't know. I'm just waiting for something. You listen to all these rumors. Oh my God. It's like the new DJI said nothing about the V2 FPV goggle, but everybody is posting stuff, and it's just like, up, like, just wait. Like, why are you putting out? Like,
I hope.
Well, that's like everyone's been talking about a Mavic 3 for how long now?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's no concrete evidence about a Mavic 3 coming out, but yet
a Phantom
they took the Phantom 5 too. They took a drawing that someone did back in like a concept drawing from like 2017 that basically DJI filed all these patents when they thought everything was going to go crazy with auto, and so they they patented everything. They took this one random patent and they're like, yeah, this is going to be the new Mavic 3, and nothing's come of that from since either.
Yeah, I just wait. I don't follow all that propaganda because that map. But one thing I will say, that design they put up for the Phantom 5, if it does release with like retractable legs and full 360, I'm buying one.
With a 360. Holy shit, that'd be nice.
Putting a 360 camera, but the gimbal and 360. Like,
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hey, Matt, how are you?
What's up, Matt?
Gentlemen, how are we today?
So, Mike,
Good, you?
I'm melting.
I hear it's hot up that way, brother. It's bloody cold down here today.
Oh, it's 38, Matt.
38. Have you got any rain up there lately, mate? I want to know that.
No, we haven't. Tomorrow's supposed to. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. My plants are going to be dead. Well, I'm stuck here, mate. The border's still closed, mate. I still can't get back home.
Oh, that's crap, man. I thought it was opening back
it is
up
crap.
because of everything. I thought it was opening up.
Mate, every other state in Australia is open to South Australia except Queensland. How
That's
unusual.
There you go, Matt. That's how my day's going.
Anyway, so
That's how my day is going, Matt.
is it? Holy shit bags.
See, I was telling him we got those
Yeah,
temperatures here, but that's in
Yeah, it's
Fahrenheit.
about bloody, I don't know, 20 degrees down. Mate, I mean, it used to be hot.
Yeah, it's the beginning of summer, JSK. It's the beginning of summer,
Well,
and this ain't even close to summer yet. It's crap.
No.
hey, Siri,
I got
what's
that whole-
38
So
degrees?
anyway, how you all doing? Hey, Mike, how are you? Chris? Who's that in the corner there? I can't even read that. Who's up in the top right-hand corner?
That's Mr. Smalls, the guy I was telling you about that he does all the FPV and the Walking Dead and all that cool stuff. He gets to fly drones for a living.
Righto, okay.
Just to have
Yeah,
fun.
well, that's a shame, isn't it?
Exactly.
He can do what we all wish we
you
could do.
poor bugger.
I
Yeah,
reckon
yeah.
it
You need
should steal Daryl's crossbow.
oh yeah,
No, I reckon what he needs. I reckon what he needs is an Australian drone caddy.
Oh yeah.
I try to hire a spotter, and they're like, "Oh, we have spotters all over." They're like, "You don't need a spotter. You're too good for that." I was like, "Legally, I'm supposed to have."
That's right. That's right, mate. That's right. Last time I had a spotter, I crashed into him. So how good's that?
Remind me to never be a spotter for you, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
You need to get a smaller spotter next time, Matt.
do I want what, Ma? No, thanks. No.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, Mum's out here. She's getting the lunches ready. Yeah, there you go, Mum. You're on another live show, Mum. You're on another live show. There you go. Hey,
Hi.
you know Chris. I don't know if you know any of the other boys. Yeah. She'd rather not know Chris, but she does.
Where's my niece at?
She's in there playing Xbox.
Aha, good for her.
Xbox.
Anyway, she's getting those thumbs ready for the drones, mate.
That's
I'll tell
it.
you what, between Art's stream earlier where they were talking about White House subs, Philly cheesesteaks, and then Smalls talking about cooking up some chicken and waffles. Man, I'm gonna have to go raid the refrigerator later.
I'm making tacos very shortly. Tacos. I got some buddies coming over. That's going to be me.
There you go.
Adrian always makes me hungry. He's always eating something on the show.
Every life.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Never fails.
Where is he?
Slurping noodles or eating rice.
His
That's what I got.
daughter's having a birthday today.
That's what I'm eating right
I
now.
can't even see that.
On here.
That's shapes.
Who's that?
Pizza
Whose
flavored.
birthday?
Pizza flavored shapes. Awesome.
Does that go good with beer?
Oh, those
Oh, yeah.
shapes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Let me go real quick, and then I'll be back with you.
Yeah, but
Hey, Smalls,
Right
I'm
on.
probably gonna be going when you get back, buddy. It's good seeing you.
All right, I'll be right.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Very
yeah,
interesting.
nice to meet you, mate.
I'm fixing to cut out, man.
All right, man.
What have you been going
Yeah,
for 2 hours? I just popped in. Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
So what
I
you been
got
up to
about
flying, Matt?
5 minutes.
Sorry, mate.
You been flying anything lately?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I went out with Oz Beach Andy a couple of days ago. So we went out and checked out all the coastlines and stuff down here, and I took some more footage. It was a good day, man. Good day. We spent about, I don't know, 6-7 hours out there doing whatever, and catching up. You know, I catch up with him probably every 12 months. Every time I come down here, at some point we got to go have a fly. And it's like a tradition there. You can't come down here and not go flying. So yeah, but anyway, I've got all this footage. But you know, I was going to be back at my place on Wednesday, but as I said, I'm stuck here. So I haven't been able to edit anything or do anything at all, you know, which is kind of pissing me off, to be honest. I've got all this footage that I've been looking at, and it's giving me the shits because I want to get back there and start playing with it. And I can't do anything at the moment. So anyway, we'll get there, and I'll put a video out in the next 12 months, guaranteed.
Yeah, it's been too daggone cold
Yeah.
to fly here, and the weather's been horrible. So
Yeah, I hear it's a bit rotten there in certain places at the moment. It's starting to get into that time of year again, isn't it, where everyone hibernates?
yeah, it's
Not being able to
getting
get. I
down
think
to,
Florida's okay. You can still go out and fly and all that sort of stuff. Florida, Texas be all right too, wouldn't it, Chris?
Yeah, the day was not bad. Yesterday was great. Cool. It's cool. Humidity's gone. That's what's nice.
it's been about, let's see, it's getting down to
That's
30
right.
here Monday or Tuesday night. So
I
we're
heard
starting to get
Florida's doing good though, because my cousin went out flying yesterday down in Bradenton.
okay.
He flew
Yeah,
yesterday.
some of the
Oh.
days the temperatures get up, but by the time I get home, the temperature's dropping back down as winds picking up again, and
Yep.
and then the
Yeah,
little
well,
bit of drone footage I've gotten lately was for the guy I'm shooting some regular video for fishing channel.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, I'm helping him out some with some camera stuff.
Nice.
All right. I'm out. Mike,
All right, man.
Tim, good night, mate. Matt left.
Hey, yeah, Matt just went poof.
Y'all know
All right,
where you
Chris.
went.
We'll catch y'all later. Take care,
All
everybody.
right,
Chat.
Chris.
Thanks for having
Take
me, buddy.
care, Chris.
No problem, Chris.
Nice to see you, Chris.
Hey, I know
Thanks for
next
watching.
week I'm going to have another Australian on here.
Who's that?
Hype Media.
Hype Media. I heard of him. Where did I hear of him from?
He's
Hype
been in my
Media.
channel a couple times. He said next Sunday he's going to be off, so he's going to come on and hang out for a little bit.
Oh, he was on last week when I was on. Remember? He was on then.
I don't
He
think
was
I've
in
had
the
him in my. Yeah, he was in the chat. I haven't had him on the actual stream yet. So
Yep.
we're gonna bring him on.
Yeah,
So
cool.
isn't he close to you, Matt? Hype Media.
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah. Yep.
He's gonna
up,
be on. He's gonna be on the stream next week. He said.
Is he
He's gonna pop
really?
in.
Oh,
Yeah, he said he's gonna pop in and chat for a few.
awesome. There's a couple there. It's a strange bloody world, this drone bizzo, you know, and I think YouTube itself is pretty weird because a lot of the people who follow my channel and etc. They're not from Australia.
No.
It's really freaking weird, man. Really weird. So I'm hoping to meet, and this is what I'm doing. I'm searching a lot, and this is what's me got into finding some other drone flies that are actually in the area, because I've been flying a drone for a couple of years, and every week I've gone somewhere different and got footage from somewhere. So every week I've got a video out, and I've flown so many places here, Brisbane and surrounds and all that sort of thing. And I'm running out of places. So I've actually been searching for other places to go. And this is where I'm coming across a few, there's not many, but a few other drone flyers who are going out and getting footage. A lot of them, though, are just sort of starting out, and they're using my channel to find out where to fly. So I'm getting stuck. I'm going to have to head up. I'm going to head up Tim's way, mate. I'll get some more stuff up there, but that bloody Noosa Council, pain in the ass.
Yeah, they are. But I know people in the council, so I got their phone number, so don't worry about that. And I'm starting a club, not a club, but I'm starting a meetup. I got 2 people so far, and plus I told Ari about it. And if you're interested, we're all going to meet up one day. He's on Facebook. He's in Drone Pilots Australia. He's in the major group. I'll see if I can add you to that group.
This Facebook, is it?
Yeah, this is Facebook. His name's Jason. Okay. He lives 2 Ks away from me. Never knew. But he wants to meet up. Yeah, he's going to get 2 other people to meet up. He knows, and we're going to do a fly. Well, I want to do a fly at the caves at the Noosa Heads point. It's called the Caves. I forget what it's called, Paradise Caves or whatever. It's near A Bay, Alexandria Headlands. So
Alexandria Headlands, yeah.
He flew it yesterday. I was like, you son of a bitch. But yeah, he flew it yesterday. So
okay, I'll be interested in that, dude.
Yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to get a hold of Ari when it's going to happen, but we're all going to meet. It's going to be like it's going to be a good drone meetup. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that, and like, I mean, I've obviously been out with Ari over the last few years, quite a few times, and it's really good going out with someone else. It'd be good to do that, man, because when it comes down to it, flying a drone can be a very solitary, isolated hobby. More to the point to do with people's reactions to drones. You just don't want any bullshit, so you just hide yourself away and off you go, and you fly places where no one is.
And that's the reason why I carry these. I carry these everywhere I go. And I hand them to them. It's that important safety information. It tells you everything about what the drone is, and I carry this everywhere. I just give them to them. If somebody asks me, I give them to them. But we're starting to grow. We got 4 people now, and Jason will get a hold of me when we get more and more and start going out, have drone meets, and I think it's good. It'll help my psyche, of course, but it'll be good to catch up.
No, absolutely, good idea, man. Good idea. Yeah. We're gonna have our own spin up, mate. Massive.
Spin up, Australian version.
It'll be a crack up. Yeah, a crack up, not a spin up. Crack up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a weekend, and Smalls and I are going to meet up over in St. Simon's Island, where they actually filmed some of that, The Walking Dead stuff. And they got a couple really cool beaches and stuff over there, and try to go shoot some of that one weekend.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice. No, it's always good to catch up with people and see how they do things, and you learn a lot off of other people too, watching what they do. And that's the only way we learn. And a lot of people fly and they got their app and all that sort of thing. They really don't know anything about the app. They don't look into it and learn everything about it. And this is where people lose their drones. Because they haven't got their settings right. Number one, as you look into it and you get better at flying and all that sort of thing. Well, to me, I had to learn that app before I did much at all, because I wanted to make sure that everything was all right. Because I did, one of my mates rang me and he said, "Look, this neighbour of mine just lost her Spark." and it was her first flight. And I said, well, how the hell did that happen? How the hell did that happen? And he goes, I don't know. You'd have to speak to her. So I did, and I rang her up. And I said, what's going on? You've lost your spark, and that's gone over down near Perlingbrook Falls, mate. You'll never get that back, right?
Oh, shit.
It's gone, brother. It's gone. And I said, what happened? And she goes, I lost connection with it, and it just went down behind the ridge. So she hadn't done her settings, right? And, you know, like I've got mine climbed to whatever I've done to and returned to home. Now she had hers set to land, right? So she's lost connection. And why would you have that? Why?
Oh man.
Set it to hover. Hover.
Not even.
So
Don't even set it to
as soon as you
hover.
lost connection, it landed.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
Christ. Jeez.
and with a spark, you cannot afford to, even if you lose connection, you cannot afford the time when it comes to the battery and flight time for that thing to muck around and do anything but come home. You don't want it to hover. You don't want it to do any of that shit because you're going to run out of battery.
Yeah.
Because you've only got like 10 minutes sort of max of decent flight time on a spark, you know. So anyway, this thing just disappeared into the wilderness and never to be seen again. And this is what happens when people don't learn everything about what they're doing. You know, it's 99% of the time, apart from these new drones that DJI are coming out, there's a lot of problems with them at the moment. But 99% of the time, it's because it is pilot error, you know, and it's just silly little mistakes that should never happen.
Yeah.
Because people just don't look into it properly enough, you know.
They just
I
grab the
spent a
drone,
day
rip it out the box, and go fly.
Yeah, fly it. I spent
Yeah.
a day with my Mavic Mini and just learning everything. And then the last thing I did was I did figure eights around fruit trees. And once I did that, then I went out to the maximum height, and I was like, okay, and now I'm ready. And it's like that's how I learned. But
well, let me tell you something right now. You know that of people who know what I've done. I've bought my drones second hand because you get a lot of drones online that have only done like 2 or 3 flights and they got scared shitless and they just don't want to fly them anymore. So they sell them off. And there's nothing better than getting a drone for, you know, like $400 or $500 cheaper than a brand new one, and you're getting a brand new drone basically. So anyway, one of the drones that I picked up, it was a Mavic Pro, my second Mavic Pro, because I crashed the first one into a river. I started the drone up and I was using his app, and I just wanted to make sure that it picked all the GPSs up, return to home was fine and all that sort of stuff. Now, we all know that in that setting there of the Go4 app that you set your max height to 120, right? So you got 120.
Yeah.
He had set his max height to 400 because he thought it was in feet. So he
holy shit.
He set his max height to 400 meters.
Oh shit!
Holy Jesus!
No fucking
That's
idea.
not good.
Now, how many times has he been at 400 meters?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. How many helicopters did he fly?
Oh, you going, mate? Hang on.
You
Hang
can
on,
get the
give me a
pictures
sec.
from NASA from your drone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that's right. Jim's droning. Yes, you gotta check your app. You gotta check your settings before you take off. Not during.
Yeah.
Not during.
And you know what?
Before.
I even check. Even now, you know, my drone's set, my app's set. I still check everything, even before I take off.
Yep. And it's weird because every time I start my drone up, I do the same thing when I first started. I do the figure eights around fruit trees. I do that so I get used to the yaw. I do that every time I start up. So that's my pre-flight check, you know, because I shouldn't do. I should just get up there and go because I know how to fly. It's awesome. But
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. That's how I do it. Every day, every time.
Like Matt was saying too, I picked up my drone secondhand, Mavic Pro, and The guy had only flown it twice. That's literally all he had flown it was twice. And
Brilliant.
he didn't need something that big. He said he didn't wasn't able to handle it, and he got a mini or something like that. Said that one was too big for him, and I picked that one up for like, picked it up for like I think 700 used, and it had the whole fly more combo, everything.
Yeah.
It had the fly more combo.
That's it,
It had
mate.
the leather bag. It had the car and house charger, the whole nine.
Shit.
Yeah, that's the go, mate. That's the go. And Bob's
Yeah.
got. I just opened the chat, and when I open the chat, I can't see anything. But when I close the chat, I can't see the chat. So anyway, I just opened the chat here, and Bob's got to practice with your bloody phones, mate. I tell you, with the camera pointed at you and the sticks are opposed. Exactly right, mate. That's especially when you're dealing with, say, I've lost all GPS and all that sort of shit, right? If you're going to fly your drone back, you want to know how to fly it, and flying it back towards yourself, because everything's opposite, basically.
Yeah. And that got me when I first flown. When I first flown, that got me, and that's why I practice so much. And now I still do it. Like I told Mike, I still do it every time I get up and fly. I do figure eights, I do side to side, I do up and down, blah blah blah, and then I take off. So I spent about 2 minutes doing that, and I love it. I mean, I can see a bird's view now. I can be that eagle. I can be that magpie, but I want to attack people like magpies do. But that'd be pretty cool to do. But
yeah, well, I test everything at about 5 feet off the ground. Yeah, that's right, JSK, mate. Yeah, that's right. Just run through it and make sure the props are. I chucked the Mavic Pro out the other day. I haven't flown it for a couple of months. I had a full battery, so as I said, I think I said on my live yesterday, I chucked my stunt drone out because there was an island I wanted to fly out to, and I left the 2 Pro in the boot, and I chucked the Mavic Pro out because if it went down, it'd be upsetting, but it wouldn't be as big a loss. So anyway, I chucked the Pro out. And of course, you just make sure your props are all tight or not, because I'm over the ocean, mate. If it goes down, see you later. That's the end of that. But it was really great to take the Pro out again. I really do like that drone. It's just something about the sound of it, It's one of those things.
That's why I keep this.
And checked everything out.
That's why I keep this.
Hey,
I keep this because my other drones are very expensive. So if I want to test flight, I'll test it with this.
That's exactly what I was doing, because I knew I was bringing both drones with me. Because as I said, I still do like flying the Pro. It's a great drone. And in this situation, it was a perfect situation for me to throw the drone out over the ocean to get this island. And as per normal, the Mavic Pro came up trumps. It's a really good thing. No connection issues, no nothing. Just flew like a dream.
I will say I did something dumb the other day. Well, dumb in a way that kind of worked out. It was like stupid luck. I put it in 1080, and I guess when I did it, I was playing around with the frame rates and stuff, and I accidentally dropped it into 94 frames a second. Well, I didn't realize
96?
that. Yeah, 96. Yeah, and when I did that, everything came out in like slow motion.
Beautiful.
When I'm sitting there looking at the footage, I'm like, what the hell did I do? And then I go back in and I was like, oh, that's what I did. But the cool part
I must have put it in tripod mode.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the hell I did. And the cool part about it was I did a shot where I was hovering over the water when I was shooting for the fishing guy. And when I did that shot over the water, a hummingbird flew underneath of me, and I actually caught the hummingbird. So that was pretty cool.
Sorry, mate. You know what? I fucking missed all of that. Sorry, man.
That's fine. But no, I actually caught a hummingbird flying underneath the drone.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hold on. actually have the footage here on my laptop. Let's see if I can pull it up again.
Doesn't
And I mean,
is it
even filming,
is it the mini?
no,
is it the mini
Pro.
or the Air? Yeah, but is the mini or the Air 2 do 240 frames a second?
I'm
One
not
of them,
sure.
I think one of them does 240 now. Yeah, I think one of them does. That's pretty cool, Slow-Man. I mean, the Pro 2 does
Air
120.
Air 2.
The Air 2.
Hey?
Yes, Air 2 does it. Yes.
There you go. That's some pretty decent bloody slow-mo. That's good. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
so
awesome.
here's the. I'm gonna do the screen share real quick. I'll show you guys the little piece of clip here. All right, you guys can see that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's gonna come across from the bottom. You see that? We'll go back again.
It's hard to see on this phone. Shit.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
Yeah, it was just
Cool.
some crazy, stupid luck, but I caught
Can
it.
you slow that down? Can you slow it down in your post?
I'm gonna try to and see if I can clean it up a little bit. But I mean, that was the shot I was originally going for right there, coming up off the water, and then this in the 96 frames. That was actually something I wanted to do because you could see how the lure flips out, and then I speeded it up the rest of the clip, so it looked like it was normal.
You're crazy going that low to the water. Did you have all of your sensors on?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. I'm afraid of water.
This is like a really shallow pond. I mean, it's probably like maybe 4 foot deep. So
Yeah. But still, man, I'm still scared shitless of
You're
water.
afraid of water, Tim.
No.
Yeah.
but yeah.
I know we were getting that on
Do you
that
shower?
But yeah, I thought that was just
I know where
accidentally
you- I
catching
know
that.
where
That was some dumb luck, but it was kind of cool. And
That is-
apparently the red
That
hummingbirds
is cool.
the red hummingbirds are like something that you don't see that often.
I'm not afraid of water that way.
Man, is that my
Huh? Uh-oh. Circle
I
of death.
think he's up. He lagged out.
Oh, he lagged out. Shit, I thought my internet was bad.
Yeah. Well, I think he's on his phone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the worst. I only got 1.8 upload right now, and I'm actually being able to do this shit. So
Let's see we've got one of the kids streaming Hulu. We've got someone else on a laptop. We've got me streaming. Let's see what Fast is telling me I'm doing right now.
hey, I got actually 10 programs running, Mike, and I'm able to do this. I'm able to do it. And it might be because the SSD in my computer is like 500. So that's probably why I can do this.
Well, I'm looking at my my download and upload speeds.
Oh, yeah. What is it now? My download is at
what I'm
28
running right now.
My download is at 28 right now, but my upload is 1.8. It's crap.
Okay.
My uploads around about 0 at the moment. I'm having all
Let me
sorts
do
of
the
bloody
show more
internet here.
info.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn it.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Now, like I said, I've got one of the kids streaming Hulu. I've got the other one on her laptop. I'm on my laptop. And my download is at 33 megabytes a second, and my upload is at 13.
Fucking better than mine. That's
That's
good.
all right.
How many programs you
That's
got
all right.
running?
It's pretty
How many
decent.
programs? Check in your graphics and say how many
Well, it's the fact
programs.
he's got all that. Well, he's got all that other stuff on his bandwidth, with his kids and stuff. So that's still pretty decent.
Yeah, I've got
That's
the
pretty
kids
decent.
running Hulu and everything else on the bandwidth. So that's kind of because usually it's up in the hundreds. It's like if I got nobody on here, probably about 180 I've also got my security cameras run on the wireless too. So
That's what Matt
kind of
gets.
cool.
Matt gets like
Jesus.
Matt gets like probably close to 100, and probably. Do you get close to 100 upload, Matt? Where you're at home?
No, not upload, mate. No. Look, I can't even remember. It's been a long time. I don't test it because I don't have any problems, so I can't even give you any figures. I'd have to go and test that when I got home, because I really don't have any issues at my place. You know, it's always pretty quick. You know, like a 3-minute video will take, I don't know, maybe 15 odd minutes at 4K and all that sort of shit to upload to YouTube. So if it takes any longer, you know, then I know there's an issue. But I really don't have any problems there.
It's like
That's all.
I had somebody call me Sky Mesh. They said $90 a month, unlimited data, 50 download, 20 upload. I said, okay, come on out.
No.
Really?
Well, okay, that might be better for you, but even still, $90 a month is extremely expensive. Extremely expensive.
Yeah,
that is, you know, that's way up there, dude. I mean, there's a lot of other deals.
I don't think they'll be able to get coverage. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, they say that, but then the fine print goes, depends on what's happening in the area, what upload and down speeds you're going to get, you know, so you probably won't even get it, mate. You know,
I told them to bring,
say, 100 this, 100 that, and you don't get anywhere near it, mate, because it goes into a node, and it all depends on what's happening with that node is how much you get, you know?
Yeah. It's like I told the bloke, I said, why don't you just come out with the meter, get on my roof, and check it then, and then tell me what it is, and then I'll start the account. But I'm not going to start the account if you don't take the meterage first. What do you think? I'm crazy? Yeah. Hold on for a sec. I got some.
Dude, don't go the 90. Don't go the $90.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the 60. The 60.
I wouldn't go the $90.
Yeah. Be right back.
Because to be quite honest, you'll probably sorry. Yeah.
He said he had to go for.
He'll probably only get, you know, the six. He does, yeah. But he'll probably only, if he pays his $60, right? He'll probably only get out of that $90 one that they're saying all this shit. He'll probably only get the maximum. He'll probably only get the same speed as what he would from the 60 anyway. You know what I mean? And this is what they say, especially Telstra here. They're a
That's
rip.
my friends.
Yeah,
that's my friend. Say hi.
How are ya?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good.
All right, not bad.
Yeah, I think mine's about 70 or $80 a month, unlimited everything. 14 to 16 megabyte upload and 200 something download. So
yeah, well that's what I was saying, Tim. If you're paying your $90 and they say, 100 this and 100 that, and as I said, you probably won't get that 100. If you pay for the $60 one, you'll probably end up with the same upload and download speeds what you would with 100.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, bring out the meterage first, go up on my roof, and tell me what I can get first before I even sign a contract.
Yeah, and make sure they do it in peak.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure they do it in peak time too.
Yeah, like 2 p.m. So I'm going to take the day off eventually. So I'll find out when I come. Hey guys, I'm going to have to scoot out of here. My friends are here.
Yeah.
So.
That's all right. Same here, mate. I got to nick off too, So yeah, I'll have to piss off and get going again.
Yeah, we're hitting about 2 hours and 33 minutes. So yeah, I'm about ready to head out too.
All right, see you, Matt. See you,
Mike.
Mike.
Good on you, mate.
All right, guys. All right. Thanks for popping in.
Cheers. All good, brother. I'll catch you later, eh?
All right, boss. You have a good one, man.
I have to get you on my show too, man. Shit, I'll send you a link in bloody Messenger next week.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I have a problem catching yours because I'm at work.
Yeah, absolutely. You said that in the chat, I think, the other day that you won't be able to catch up. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try to catch the beginning of it next week. Just might have to pop off a little early.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right, mate. It's all good. Good on you, man. Will you have yourself a good night, eh?
You too. You have a good day.
See how I do, brother. Catch ya.
All right, later. All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining. I know we went a little longer than normal tonight. We had a bunch of other people popping in and out. Good to see everybody. Good to catch up with everybody. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. Bob, Casey, JSK, Jim's Droning, Tim Jackson. Let's see, Chris Hope, Smalls. Looking through here, Matt from Northeast. Trying to see who else I missed in the chat. And that's about as far as up as it'll let me go. Matt Cundiff, Ken, thanks everybody for stopping in. You have a good night, Jim, and we'll catch everybody next week. And hope everyone has a great week. And as always, God bless America, y'all. Y'all have a good week.